like that. It was pretty awesome. But
no recollection of that.
No, none at all.
Well, you guys were poor. You didn't have televisions. I understand. I was rich.
I think you're just showing your age.
Twisted Fate Brewing are our sponsor, and they make some banging beers. I am drinking Sultana Dreams. I don't know if that's what it really says. It's a New England IPA. They are. You want to take my beer?
No, I was going to read it because you can't read.
No, it's unfortunately the Sharpie top. She goes to PBD High School. I went to a better high school in Newburyport and Rockport, and she thinks that she can read and I can't. But we're off to a banging start right now, guys. Welcome to the show. How was your week?
What's up?
This is great.
Matt, how was the weather this week? Tell us all about it.
Oh, the weather was hot. It was a hot one.
Love it. Love it. Well, as you've seen, we're down one this week. I am your host, Mo, the Chief Beer Officer and Beer Father. We've got Matt, the moderator, Mondello.
Hello.
We've got Charlie Chuggs.
Yo.
We've got Jessica J-Mo Morrill. And we broke a promise to you. We said that for episode 3, we were going to have Joey Rosmus, the infamous Joey Rosmus, Joe Beer. Unfortunately, J-Mo got sick last week. She's like 900 years old. She's got wrist problems. She's got an ulcer. She's got like Alzheimer's or old timers that she calls it. So we were unable to do that with them. Matt, though, gets to come in on a non-school night.
Yep.
And join us again. And then for next week's episode, we've got the Sergeant at Arms himself, Mark Sisson.
My long-lost brother.
Mr. Mumbles.
Sisson. So bring your translator, your mumble translator. But yeah, I'm sorry. How was your week, Matt?
It was good. I had a lot of fun. Did a lot of family stuff this past weekend. Moving around job sites with work is always hectic, but it was nice to get away for the weekend with the family. Went up to Proving Grounds in Maine. Got to see some monster trucks and stuff like that. My kid had a blast.
Was that on Sunday?
I was there Saturday.
Saturday.
And then I stayed and ended up working the event in Lebanon, Maine.
What were you doing?
I was the fire extinguisher guy.
At what show?
Proving Grounds.
For
Monster trucks. Saturday.
It was all weekend.
Matt Mondello
All weekend
on his
show.
four-wheeler.
Dirt bike.
Dirt bike. Drinking twisted teas.
No. It was something I'm not going to talk about. I was drinking. It was not Twisted Teas. Oh, Chuggs got Twisted Teas.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I said
Is that
right
going
before
on
we
that?
started.
Is that going on the wheel?
Home?
Is that going on
Right
the wheel
before we
now?
started recording, I opened my cooler. I said to Jess, I was like, "Fuck, there's a twisted tea in my cooler." I had a fire last night, late,
And you needed something to put it out? Why do you have it?
No, yeah, well, it's off topics.
All right. I'm drinking Twisted Fate.
Oh,
That's the best kind of twist.
When the stars align, I
Good one.
haven't even had a sip yet, but
So that beer, When the Stars Align by Twisted Fate, is a wet hopped beer. And go ahead, take a sip. Tell me what you feel.
wet hopped.
Wet hopped. You know what wet hopped is?
It's just not dry. Normally, it's just hopped. People will
yeah, that's different. But that's,
mention it when
that's like
it's dry
interesting and
hopped. But
smooth.
if it's wet hopped, it's just beer.
Yeah, well, dry hop usually
Yeah.
means you put the hops
The end.
in later so that you get the robust taste of the hops.
No
Wet hop
bitterness.
literally means you're just not cleaning the hops first. You're just putting them in. They're still literally wet, and so they're totally even though they sound like they're opposites, it's two totally different things.
I'm
but
skeptical of this
it's
definition.
smooth. It is very smooth.
I went to beer school
Did
for
you?
a week at
You
the
did.
Sam Adams Academy.
You did.
1 week.
Yep.
I also took my Cicerone server test.
Your beer server
3
level
times.
1, very good.
Beer server level.
Yep.
Yeah, but that taste around your
I was gonna say it sticks in the mouth. Like you get.
That's what she said.
Icky.
Yes.
Icky.
It definitely fills your entire palate. Like you get the entire beer all in one shot. It's almost like every sip is what I argue with chugging beers as how you can get the full flavor profile.
Yeah,
you get
but you
that
can't when you
on
chug
a
it.
sip. Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Charlie, back me up on this one.
Absolutely. You can decipher the flavor profile of a chug. You just are not doing it properly.
Yeah.
Or you're not paying attention.
And then you can do it again when you burp it up 3 times.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
record 4
no, well,
videos
Jess
in 20 minutes like you.
can decipher.
Yeah. Or yeah. Okay. Well, if you say so.
I say so.
I will. Well, that's another conversation for another day. Charlie, you're live over there, huh?
I am. We have. Oh, just Johnny Kincaid, Robert Messenger, and Petros have already come and gone. But
Rude.
I mean, and they didn't even. Is there a way I can see comments here? Or not? They should
Yeah,
be
you
there.
gotta scroll it.
Say,
Hey, Johnny.
you gotta, like,
Johnny, can you
scroll
see? Can you hear us, buddy?
That's you can see your hand.
Oh, where's the
palm of your
Where's
hand.
the? Nope.
All
That's
right.
for you to type.
We'll let them.
Let it go.
Let them do that. How was your week, Charlie?
My week was good. I also saw Monster. I mean, we haven't done the show in 2 weeks, so it was a while ago. It was about 2 weeks ago.
Whoa.
What?
Our listeners, they don't know that.
They don't. Well,
They don't know.
we don't need to keep anything from them.
We don't. We should be honest.
We should be
Yeah.
honest. There's a Twisted Tea in my cooler.
Forthcoming.
I went to what was the state fair that I went to? I texted you from. I forget where it was.
The
that when you were drinking
monster
mead?
truck one.
Yeah,
on
there was monster
Saturday.
trucks there. It was a huge state fair. And it was way too expensive to get in. The monster trucks were cool. And then I was at a wedding yesterday, and the wedding was fun. Did some chugs there. Someone I worked with in the past, and it was a good old time. I'm sweating it out a little bit today. I'm not physically hungover. I think I'm mentally hungover. I have a little bit of hangxiety, as they say.
That's a new one.
It's not new. It is a story as old as time. But yeah, it was up early, 6:45 with the kids after drinking until 1:00 by the fire after the wedding. But I'm ready to go. I've had a 5-hour energy, a coffee, and a double shot of espresso since I left my house.
Oh,
Nice.
And my eyeballs are vibrating.
you would have with that kind of being that caffeinated that you would have been on time today for once, but
I had to get gas.
you had to get gas. Well, probably should have used your own methane. You're distributing from being hungover.
I deployed it all in vacation.
How was your week, Jessica?
It was good. It was a roller coaster. It was just, it was good times, going to the breweries and Twisted Fate and Mill 77 and out with friends. That was awesome. But then our TV was broken, so that got weird.
Oh, that sucked.
We had dinner at the table together.
Yeah, we
and
didn't know what to do because our TV was broken.
Yeah.
So we literally sat at the table together
Yeah.
and had dinner.
In
got
silence.
to hear you chew.
We
made
had
small talk.
We
We're
forced some
like,
conversations.
oh, did you see that bird today in the bush?
really.
The
you
dogs are cute.
Notice we need to paint the ceiling in here. We haven't been here in a while.
And then, I got sick. My stomach friggin' sucked all week. And I went to the doctor and she didn't fix my stomach, but she did tell me I'm fat. So I want to die now.
Doctors, I am obviously very old, and I have been to the doctor maybe 6 times in my entire life. 4 of those when I was a kid, and they would stick their finger up your ass to
What?
just decide whatever it was that doctors
They're
did
not
back in those
supposed to
days.
do that.
Oh,
No.
well,
I mean, this
I figured that out. That's why
Once
I
you
didn't go
hit,
again
like,
until I was like
40 or something.
45.
this is where we dig
Well,
deep
now
into
I don't let
childhood
them do this.
traumas that explain your
I
current.
think it was the doctor. Might have been
Yeah.
my uncle. No, it was the doctor.
Oh, wow.
But now, like Jessica knows, I've been through 4 or 5 doctors in the last 10 years. I see them; they're weird. I had this one guy who looked like Rick Moranis, and Moranis. That makes a little more sense.
His
Moranis.
fingers in your butt.
Yes.
Huh. I think it was Moranis, but Moranis is what came out, and that makes way more sense. He was creepy. I had this other doctor, like surfer dude guy, he came in. He was like, huh, so all you need is like some tasty waves and a beer. You'll be fine. And then I finally found a good doctor right now. This doctor likes to like rock out while he's taking off skin tags and stuff like that. But yeah, Jessica's doctor today tells her that she's fat, even though you look good, baby.
Thanks. babe.
And that Jessica's like, my stomach hurts. And she's like, yeah, let's talk about your ankle and your ears. And we got nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm losing faith in the medical world. I swear
It
to
is
God,
tough
I
to
really
find a good doctor
friggin' am.
nowadays.
It's
Well,
impossible.
doctors are tough, right? What do you call a doctor that graduated last in his class? Still a doctor.
Yep.
Like he could be the shittiest doctor in the
That's
world.
very
You know? I'm saying?
And it's impossible to actually see my
Sally with
doctor.
the joke.
So
That's
this
not a
is
joke.
annoying.
That's like a representation of like the
My
profession.
problem is just with the old school doctors or older doctors that like take 17, 18 weeks off a year. Like my son's doctor is like never around.
That's
and
mine.
like anytime I need to see him, they're like, oh, he won't be back for 2 weeks. And it's like, why is this guy never like, I understand he's worked, he's earned his keep, whatever. But like, if you're still going to be seeing new patients, especially pediatric, you got to be around,
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
especially new parents.
My biggest issue with my doctor is he told me that I had to stop masturbating. He said it was making the exam awkward.
Wow, Charlie is in dad joke
I knew
mode
that was
right
coming.
now.
Oh, that was fantastic.
That one didn't know it was coming.
And that's what she said.
Hey.
Anyway, I'm
So-
drinking Channel Markers Golden Hour Summer Ale. It's pretty awesome. We had it at the brewery last weekend with some friends, and I fell immediately in love. Super orange flavor, really refreshing. You can definitely drink a ton of them. I absolutely love it. So that was a good one.
So we
The rest of
are
it's
obviously sponsored by breweries. Last time it was Rockport Brewing. This time it's Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate will be with us for a while now. Doesn't mean we're not going to drink other beers, because we have to live up to the integrity of the Craft Beer Mafia, MOBEER, and this show, MOBEER and Cold Takes. But we also would never let a bad brewery sponsor. We wouldn't be associated with a bad brewery.
No.
No.
And Twisted Fate has not been around for a long time, less than a year, I believe. And I gotta tell you, these beers are unreal,
Yeah, this is
phenomenal.
good. This
They
is
were
very good.
amazing.
This beer, I mean, let's look at the color, the flavors. This is the fourth one that I've had that we acquired as part of our sponsoring deal. But also, we spent the time that day, and they're amazing. There's one thing I just noticed.
What's that?
Look, I don't know if a lot of people are just listening, but
Those are different size cans.
the cans from Twisted Fate
Are
are
taller.
bigger. Those are like 18 ounces. I don't know. I
They
mean,
couldn't.
he has to fill it, because otherwise you get it gets over oxidized.
It's
so it gets
16.9 ounces.
Oh.
It's over 16 ounces.
soft. You get a bonus.
You get a
Whoa.
bonus
Bonus.
0.9.
Are you shitting me?
Everybody's winning.
And he doesn't even brag about it. He tells nobody.
This is a
He
secret.
tells nobody.
Secrets out.
If
cats
my
out
beers
of
were
the bag.
bigger than everyone else's, I would be telling people.
Absolutely. 100%.
Let people know.
Buy an
Somebody to be
extra
proud
inch.
of.
16.9 ounces per can. It still looks even bigger. I thought maybe it might have been thinner or bigger. Jessica, what do you prefer?
It's not
Longer
small.
or thinner?
It's thin.
I just like the bigger,
Length or girth?
all around
So-
big.
Girth.
I had a really good week. So last week, I got to tell you, I mean, my daughter, again, she went to college. All the kids are out of the house these days. And then last week, towards the end of the week, some really good things started happening for me. So first, I got an email from Amazon. Thank God, because somebody was trying to hack into my account, and they had to temporarily lock it. And but all I had to do was click a button, put my information back in, and I'm pretty sure it's all set now. Same thing happened with PayPal. But just give them my social security number and my password, and PayPal took care of all of it for me, so I didn't have to worry about it anymore. And then so I thought I was having a really, really good week. And then on Friday, I got this other email that I think is really going to help, because, like I said, we are empty nesters now. And so, when the kids are in the house, it's hard to get intimate with your wife.
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
hard to, we've got dogs, and so I'm a lot of
dogs are
practice. Yeah, dogs, they want to get in between. It's a
I'm
little
glad
weird.
you're admitting it. I mean,
But I got this email that I think is really going to help, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it was shared with me. And so the email says, "This dude is crazy, but what a secret he discovered. He took his wife on a remote African island to negotiate with the tribe leaders, with the tribe elders, including 3 African priests, the sacred secret to gain 6 inches on his member. So, but they needed something in exchange. This guy's wife. Don't worry, I was just there for a short period of time, but what followed after, it's wider than anything you've ever seen on this crazy, on the craziest X-rated movies. And then it's got like a picture of a guy, like these Aborigine women that look like they're on the cover of National Geographic, holding this guy's like 17-inch schlong.
oh my God.
He came
Why-
back with his wife happier than ever and 6 inches more on his manhood, and says he'll gladly go back just for fun. He said his wife asked him to share the whole thing with the whole world, and that's what I am doing with you guys right now. Apparently, this turns her on. Well, It's for everyone's benefit since it's supposedly already helped a few thousand fellows achieve the same results. There are a few thousand people with 6 or more inches added on because they too got this email. And so they do qualify this and say, I don't know how much longer this video will be online, but honestly, it's just madness not to see it. I was going to click the video, but something with my computer isn't working right. But that's how my week went. Like, I went from being in the doldrums to having my Amazon fixed, my PayPal fixed, and having the opportunity to improve my love life. Email is magical. And it's all just because I signed up for like the Market Basket Loyalty Club on this particular email. And now everybody's reaching out to me as if like I'm this really, really, really important person and trying to help me. And I just want to say to the world, I'm going to look in the eye, and I know the people on the podcast itself that aren't watching the video can't see this, but taking my hat off, and I'm just saying a sincere thank you. Thank you. I needed this right now. I really needed this as an empty nester, and I appreciate you guys helping me and keep those emails coming. Do we have any questions from the live audience?
No, I can't tell. I can't tell if people are commenting. I don't know. Do you think that Twisted Fate got that email and just applied it to their beer cans instead of his own penis?
I had never put that together. Twisted Fate.
What did I say? Did I say Twisted Tea? Twisted Fate.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Has Twisted Tea.
No, I think you said Twisted Fate.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
you're
did.
sharing
I don't know. I'm just verklempt and really appreciative for everything bigger, whether it's Twisted Fate or
I'm
my own
also
member.
appreciative of bigger things.
So
Attaboy, Mo.
watch out, baby. Watch out, baby.
Attaboy.
Good job. So it was the first weekend of football. We had the NFL yesterday. We are not homers, so we don't just talk about the Patriots. Charlie doesn't even like sports. So
I like sports. I don't like football. I mean, oh god!
I can't even imagine a grown-ass man not liking football.
Oh god! I won't get into it.
He's giving his opinions.
It's just not. I don't know. It's just not an entertaining sport for me.
Getting so
It's a
fired
strong
up.
argument. You could literally do that sport with 1/3 of the people on the field. You get six people. I don't even know the fucking setups or the position names.
It's 11 versus 11.
Okay, so 8 of those 11 are stopping the other 8 that are trying to do something. And there's like 3 people involved in any given play. Everyone else is just hugging. It's ridiculous.
So
It's ridiculous.
at
Bend
most-
over, shove your hand up a guy's ass, steal his balls, fucking throw it, give it to another, chase down the guy with the ball. Give me your ball. I want
So this
that.
is just a homophobic thing. Like, you're
It's
just
not. It
afraid.
got nothing to do with homophobia. It's just like. It's
Would it
just
be
a
better if
stupid-
none of them wore cleats and no socks and they just had their feet out?
No comment.
I just don't. I can't fathom. It actually pisses me off when. So every year, Jessica and my anniversary happens. I don't know how, because there's 7 days in a week, and our anniversary always seems to fall on a weekend, or we go out on the weekend for every one of them. And so one time a year, I have to give up a football weekend. Luckily, it's at the beginning of the year. Our anniversary is actually this coming weekend. So I'm out, and not everybody has an anniversary that weekend. And I'm looking at grown-ass men everywhere not watching football. And I don't understand it. How can you not be home watching football?
It's 4 hours of.
It's not 4 hours. It's like
3
14.
hours and 15 minutes.
No, it's 14 hours.
Oh, it's an
from
entire
the time
day.
you wake up. You can go mow your lawn during that time of the year. Then you rake your leaves
Or
a bit
don't.
later. Oh, and then by 11 o'clock, you start watching pre-games, making your nachos and wings and stuff. By noon, you are firmly settled in your seat for the rest of the day until about 11 p.m.
Why? I don't understand.
to watch
the
football.
guy that vehemently speaks out against wearing football
I'm
sports
not wearing a
jerseys.
jersey. I'm just reading them on.
Is dedicating 1/7 of your week to
Yes, happily.
the
Realistically,
Guys-
it gets to be more too once you.
Yeah,
and then
they
there's
play
Thursdays and
Thursday,
fantasy
and
football.
Monday, and then when
college is
Saturday
over, it becomes
football.
Saturday.
I just don't understand it, and especially I can't. Oh God.
Sometimes it's a
I
game
work-
in England. It starts at 7 a.m.
I work
Oh,
at
it's
I work at a
fantastic.
bar, and football season is literally like the worst season to be a bartender, especially on like a Sunday or whatever. Because
Yeah, because it sucks having people sit at your bar.
No,
Well,
it
camp out.
sucks having people sit at your bar for 6 hours
Yeah.
ordering Bud
That
Light.
makes sense.
And screaming like lunatics at the TV, like anything that happens on that TV affects their lives in any way other than their own mental health, which is like a problem. Like guys that You sound like they're getting knives twisted in their guts because the guy, another
do
guy
that.
he'll never meet, threw the ball to the wrong person.
Mo will do that. Mo will have to pee, but not get up and pee because they're doing good. And he thinks that if he pees, it'll jinx them. Or he's smothered in blankets, but he's hot, but he's not going to take them off
So he
because
pees
if he
his
does,
pants.
it's going
He's
to
right.
break whatever happens.
That's
Or if I
ridiculous.
made
Right.
chili and he's starving to death, but
I
he
am
can't eat
responsible
because
for several
they're
Patriot
doing good. And if
championships
he eats
for
chili, he's going to
my
break it.
loyalty and not taking
It's
a
out of
piss.
control.
It's crazy.
Well, I'm in the
Totally
same
out
boat
of
as you.
control.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
I didn't move during the 6th through the 9th inning of the Red Sox 2004 World Series, like the entire time.
Absolutely.
I
Me
sat
too. So,
planted in
all
my
right,
seat no matter how excited I got.
So you said you like sports, just not football. So what's your favorite sport, Howard?
To watch like now,
Yeah.
I enjoy watching hockey.
Okay. So when the Bruins are in the playoffs or the Stanley Cup, you're not acting the same way that somebody watching football is. You're not
I don't.
superstitious. You're not
No.
yelling at the TV.
No.
You're not.
No,
Okay.
I'm in control of my emotions, man. I have a deep understanding of myself.
I'm not saying
And-
like some of these videos where people are ripping the TV off and throwing it across the
Yeah,
room.
no,
that's
that's a little
excessive.
aggressive.
But you certainly get passionate. But you spend your entire week working your ass off so that Saturday goes to the wife and then Sunday comes and you get your day to just let loose and drink and eat. And it's just a day of gluttony and sports and testosterone and
So the guy on the TV loses a game, still gets paid $1 million, and he's gonna get over it, right? So at some point,
they usually do.
And then the grown men at home watching it are literally miserable for the next 3 days, and they're still
There's
going to
only
their
one reason we
blue
get
collar
miserable.
job.
Only one reason we get miserable. Like the Patriots lost yesterday. I'm not miserable. I could care less. We
I
got
knew
6
they were
rings.
gonna
We've been
lose.
to 11 Super Bowls. I could care less that they lost. I was hoping for a more entertaining game.
6 and 11.
I actually struggled when they were successful because I travel a lot, and every time I travel somewhere and somebody's like, "Where you from?" You know, I'm from New England, and they're like, "Oh, Patriot fan, poor cheaters, or you guys, your team's gonna suck," and so you just felt like you had to protect yourself all the time. So that's where the stress came in. I just don't understand a grown ass man not liking football or anybody just not enjoying the game or I don't
Man enough to admit that I don't like it.
You are man enough.
Enjoy the guys in the tight pants.
That's all of them.
So tight.
It's kind of slutty.
Baseball players wear tight pants too.
I
They
like
do.
those players also.
Yeah, I like
Baseball players.
equal opportunity tight pants.
Baseball
I
players
like
are a little
all
more
the
insecure
tight
though
pant
because
ones.
they're always making sure that you see the tight pants. They're always
No.
adjusting, and
No.
football players don't do that. Baseball you
I feel
totally
personally
do.
attacked.
You constantly itch your balls when you're at the plates.
You're
And you
wearing
touch
your
a
balls.
cup. You wear a cup in every sport.
Not every sport.
What sport do you not wear a cup?
I would say.
I don't know
probably
if hockey players wear cups.
I used to
Of
wear
course
it
they
underneath.
do.
I used to wear a
Their
cup when I played
things,
paintball.
like their pants.
I wear a cup in paintball.
Like, imagine that would suck.
I wear it playing ping pong,
Ping pong.
billiards.
Mo wears a cup when we fight.
I'm wearing a cup right now. I'm going to drink out of it after I'm
You
done with this
never know.
class.
Ew.
Baseball players are just mentally unstable. I will definitely say that because baseball is such a mental game that they're constantly thinking of situations that are probably never going to happen. So
Yeah, they are the end of the earthers. Yeah.
Basketball's
So
probably
this conversation's got me upset. No,
Don't be too upset.
I'm upset.
See,
wear a
Typical
sports
football
jersey
fan.
about it.
Typical football fan. Fuck you.
Do you want to break from sports and talk about the Queen?
Fuck the Queen. No,
You can't. She's dead.
Hey, you are got
You
the
lost
singers
your
today. You are
chance.
all over it. But by the way, Charlie, I got you a brand new box of Cheez-Its here.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I know. I
wait
was
to crack
waiting
the-
for the
This
gotta
cashews and the
happen. This is
pistachios
like-
over here.
After my chug,
gotcha. Someday,
Cheez-It will sponsor us.
it is our goal to get Cheez-Its. I will also say this. I hope that when I'm able to put this up on Spotify tomorrow, that I can get the background noise of my dog Noelle barking constantly, and
the
whoever
fuck is blowing
is
leaves?
blowing leaves in the middle of the fucking night.
7:30.
This fucking. So we'll tell you because this guy doesn't listen to our podcast. I don't give a shit. So this guy, we have an amazing
Are you
neighborhood
sure he
here.
doesn't?
All of our neighbors are awesome. Except
about
see,
that
I'm
happening.
Italian. I talk my hands. Now I'm all upset. But all of our neighbors are amazing, except this fucking guy who moved in across the street about 5 years ago. Works for the United States Postal Service. And he can't hear me. He's got his leaf blower
The
going.
Postal Service might narrow it
So
down.
this guy here, not only does he do this all night long, blow his fucking leaves, but he also leaves his garage door open. He only opens it at night when he can turn the light on. Everybody can see it from the street. And he's a hoarder. There is
It's
so
packed
much shit in there.
from
It's like
bottom
he's
to
trying to
top.
show it to people.
It's just got these little pathways down.
You think it's a
like,
cry for help?
It's crazy.
I don't know what it is, but it's literally, it's dark right now outside. You can't see it from here because of the angle, but it's dark outside right now.
Maybe
it's
it's a
early
heat
too.
trap.
Which is
I try
weird.
not to do yard work during the day.
Yeah.
Never
Let alone at
mind.
night.
I've been to your
Yeah.
house, and every time I pulled into the driveway at Charlie's house, I'd start singing "A wee ma wet, a wee ma wet, a wee ma wet, a wee ma wet in the jungle."
Okay.
Oh, we finally got some feedback.
We got some
from-
feedback.
Says
yeah.
Mo, stop
Yep.
singing.
Fuck.
What?
It's not. This is not going to help my point. The only person agreeing with me is Jason McGrath.
Oh,
There we go.
winner, Mona.
Oh man, Joe's calling me a loser. Nastasia, a bunch of guys aggressively running and hugging. I agree.
So you got the girls' side. That's good.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
for
this
you.
is
So you got McGrath. You got all the long-haired people. Well, actually, Nastasia doesn't have long hair, but
longer than you do.
longest. Oh, we're going after the ball. Joe.
Everybody
Got
does.
it. Hey, but you brought up so before the neighbor. I can't get over this.
I know.
Like, this is weird. How can he even see his leaves? It makes
7:30
no
at
sense.
night.
It
and
is
he's blowing
pitch
leaves.
dark out right now, and this isn't the first time he's done it. It's like every night he's out there doing
It
this.
doesn't make any sense.
I don't even think he's blowing the leaves. He's got it like up to his crotch, and
There's not even leaves yet.
there's no leaves yet. That's right.
Why did that not click to any of us?
It's fucking September 12th. There are no leaves. There are no leaves.
There's no leaves to
this is
blow.
fantastic.
Unreal. We really want to talk about the Queen.
No.
So this is my
you-
problem with the Queen
I knew it
in
was gonna
general.
go here.
Is first of all, she's a queen in 2022. And anybody that has like a big house that never worked for it, and people, there's like, isn't there like rules when you meet the Queen, like you can't shake her hand or you can't look her in the
Yeah.
eye or something stupid like that, and
Snakes
kiss
will
my
grow out of your
ring
head
or-
or
and then she dies, and probably her decision. She starts her funeral on September 11th, just to
I don't-
fuck America
she
again.
didn't plan that.
She hates her family.
Do you think they care about September 11th though? Like, do you really?
If we're supposed to care about the Queen, they're supposed to care about September 11th. Everybody on Twitter, like all their comments when people are posting things about the NFL or anything American right now, they're like, there's more than America right now. The Queen died, and we're supposed to care. Why do we? Why the hell would we care? That's like them. Like that's the entire country of England breaking down because Jimmy Carter dies. Who the fuck cares?
We talked. I was in Bermuda over the summer, and I talked to some locals about the Queen. The Queen, of England, still has
Power,
say
right.
in Bermuda. Like Bermuda voted to legalize marijuana, and the Queen was like, no. Like, what is she like? Why does she?
But does
care?
the Queen say that, or is it the Parliament that makes those decisions?
I don't.
Parliament was created during her reign to take over the decision. That's why they have a prime minister now,
Right.
Is because they took the power away from the Queen. She has supposed to have no power, but she doesn't in England, but she does in Canada and Bermuda and like the Indies.
Well, I
and
mean-
of course, she stomped on all of Africa during her reign, and she's was racist. She doesn't like her own kids. She probably killed both Princess Grace and
Diana.
Princess Diana. And what happened to those 10 kids from Canada that she took on a picnic? And this woman she took 10 kids on a picnic. I don't remember what year it was, and they were never seen again. 10 little kids from like some, I don't know.
Like a
England.
sacrifice of
I
sorts?
feel like a lot of these details weren't on The
Sketchy.
Crown on Netflix. So I'm completely unaware of them. I only know what The Crown showed me,
I do feel good
which was a good show.
for Charles, King Charles III.
'Cause he's
Can you imagine
100?
being like 75 years old and be called a prince?
And you're finally king.
Yeah, but like just being a prince at 75 years old. Like,
are there
last
any
week he was a
benefits
prince.
to this? Like, do they have what benefits do they have being who they are,
I don't know if they have any
do they get
besides
paid?
being public figures.
or public? Like,
They are the
They
Kardashians
have
of
a shit
England.
ton of
no,
money.
but the Kardashians have businesses and social media and television shows.
So the Kardashians are better than the royal family.
Well, they're leaning into capitalistic ideals and capitalizing on them. What is it?
Gross.
Very nice. What does the queen get? What does the royal family get? What do they?
They get a big house, servants, not gay ones because
I
she
say
didn't
they're
want those.
completely idolized, though. And what do they actually do?
Nothing. There are people that dress in the extreme heat with these huge fur hats on and red suits
outside
and
Buckingham
never
Palace.
move an inch because she says so.
Is this how you feel about football
You would
players,
do it.
Charlie?
What? About what?
Like that they don't do anything besides make
I don't think they
tons
don't.
of money?
I don't think they don't do anything. Obviously, they work hard. You have to be talented, but I don't think they're worth my
That's a
mental
completely
angst.
different topic, though. Those guys make way too much money for playing a game, and I love sports.
No,
I can't-
again, capitalism.
Family.
If you're doing something that a lot of people pay for, and you're good at it, you deserve to get paid for it.
That's right. That's right.
The Queen of England. The only
doesn't
significant
do
thing I know about
anything.
the Queen of England is all the corgis, and my wife is obsessed with corgis.
They're
I
so
am not
cute.
a huge fan.
I love their little legs.
How do you
Yeah.
know that they're the same corgis? How do you know that she didn't really eat corgis at night for dinner, and then we saw different corgis every day?
You are
because
just a very angry man.
My first wife was from England, so
That's called
I
sustainability,
hate
raising your own food.
England. I don't hate England. London is a phenomenal city. It's my third favorite city behind Boston and New York City. London's a pretty damn cool
The Last
city.
Kingdom on Netflix is fantastic, by the
That
way. If
is
we're
a
talking about England,
Great show.
I'm watching it. It's spectacular.
Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Lord of
yeah,
Bebbanburg.
So good.
I don't know.
So
I watch Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai's great. I haven't got it in the new season yet.
Oh fuck!
I get more emotionally invested in Netflix shows than I get in football. I'm talking like
I can see that with some shows. I actually can. I can see that. I am that way with Cobra Kai right now. I
Cobra
am.
Kai's good.
Well, there it is. Season 5. Do you watch Cobra Kai?
I've watched 4 seasons. I haven't
Okay.
watched the 5th yet.
Season 5 is delivering. It's I don't understand how well whoever the writers of this show are should have all the Grammys or Emmys or whatever this you get for Netflix. I'm confused if it's a television show
is
or
it
movie.
intentionally corny? Like I
Yeah.
love it, but
Yeah,
like,
It
absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin season 5 for you, but it gets even cornier with some of the things that they do and some of the
It
the
caters to the market that they're going for, though. The people that actually remember and appreciated the Karate Kid movies.
Yep.
Those are the people they're going after.
But
with
they
the
do a good
corniness.
job of drawing in like the new generation with all the kids that
Right.
are on it too,
Yeah.
because they make it so badass. Yeah, Cobra Kai. If again, I don't understand any grown adults that doesn't watch, especially if you are somewhere between like 35 and 65, and that was your generation with 80s movies and everything great about. I mean, everybody knows Karate Kid. How can you not love it? And then they make the bad Karate Kids good.
Yep.
Because Karate Kid 3 sucked. And, but then now we've got Terry Silver in this next movie and Mike Barnes. And then the only person we're missing, we're missing 2 people. We're missing Hilary Swank from the new Karate Kid, the girl one, which was just ridiculously awful. And then like Jaden Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith's kid.
Yeah. Although Will Smith is one of the producers for Cobra Kai.
Is it really? Wow.
has been the whole time.
Has been the whole time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's been the whole
it's
time.
probably-
I just made
it's
that
probably
up. I
a
just wanted to say
royalty
that.
A show about
But he
hitting
is a
people.
producer.
Will Smith produced
Say
it.
it's definitely a
Interesting.
royalty thing, so he can get his take
Interesting
back.
coincidence there.
Chris Rock will be the next person that Johnny beats up.
Imagine Will Smith's son beats the shit out of Chris Rock's son in the show.
They need to. We just found season 6 of
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Such a great idea.
That is awesome. Charlie,
Hey,
I think it's time for this week in history, Chuggs.
this week in history. This is I keep finding all this like. I guess this one's not negative, but it's all related to war. I need a better source of historical data. This week in history, actually, it's specific to this day, September 12th, 2005, not too far in history, 17 years ago. Israel completes a withdrawal of all of its troops from the Gaza Strip. Withdrew all of its troops.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Gaza.
Gaza? No,
Yeah.
Gaza.
Oh,
think
that
it's
was your
Gaza.
nickname in high school. Never mind.
Gaza? No, it wasn't. So this was the first piece of recorded history where the pullout method was used
Hey.
successfully.
I don't know I don't know how to respond.
That's all I got for this
This is
one.
the discovery of the
So-
pull-up method.
Well, no, it
How
existed
so?
long before. It existed long before that. But
This is just the recording.
yeah, it's just they pull out and It's over.
Have you guys ever had like
We're
a
gonna-
close call? with a pull-out?
Absolutely.
Oh God. I mean, I have 2 children.
I would say my first,
Well,
my,
then
my
you
only
obviously-
child
it's not a
was
close
based
call.
off
You
of
just didn't
that.
make it. Those aren't close calls. Those are direct hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had close calls.
Those are-
I've definitely had close calls. The 2 weeks sweating it out when you're like, what the f- is going on? Like, you have no idea what to do. And then it finally happens and you feel like the world has been lifted off your shoulders.
Do you guys ever watch Shameless?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Kevin and V? And when they found out they were having twins or triplets or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And he went around screaming, "I got a magic dick." When I found out that my wife was pregnant with my daughter, I ran outside and
not.
screamed. Yeah, absolutely, I did.
I'll get a magic dick.
Yeah, I did. And with the first kid, I was actually out.
It works.
Is proof that I got laid twice. The first kid, I got home.
That is exactly what it is. I absolutely have fallen into that category where even at like 30 years old, I thought I was going to a high school reunion and people were like, "You're still a virgin?" I was like, "No, I got 2 kids. I got laid twice."
Yeah. I'm 2 for 2, batting 100. You're going in the Hall of Fame. You're good. When I found out my wife was pregnant with the first kid, I came home from a Bruins preseason game with her brother actually, and it was like I got into a road rage incident on the way home, which was weird. But I get home and Lindsay's still up, and she brings me a box and unwrap it. It's a pregnancy test. I went outside and lit off a bunch of fireworks, and my neighbor came out and all pissed off at me. And I told him I had a magic dick.
So, wait a minute. So you had a road rage incident.
Yes.
You're already worked up.
Yes.
You get home. Your wife hands you a pregnancy test.
And I'm drunk. No, she handed me a box.
A box with a pregnancy test in it.
I
which
later
is
found out that it
positive.
was a pregnancy test. I asked her if it was $1 million. She said no. I asked her if it was a dildo. She said no. And I opened it. I don't
Why
know.
would she give you a dildo?
I don't know. But I just wanted
if you're
I
into
just
that.
wanted to eliminate it from the possibilities of the things that could be in the box.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
And one of them
don't
is
think
not
I'd
a
go
dildo.
right to
and it's-
dildo.
Right. Well, yeah.
But then you found out it was a positive pregnancy test.
Yes.
So she was taking a big chance there because you were already pissed off. What if you didn't want the kid? You would've gone.
What if I did one? I mean, it was a discussion in the making. Like this was in
Planned.
the works.
They were
Okay.
trying,
Which there's
not pulling
no-
out and praying.
There's no
Well, we were just talking about pullouts. I didn't know.
there's no better time in a marriage than when you're trying to get pregnant.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Like, the
I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vividly.
I can
Yeah.
quote Mo, "I'm not a machine."
That's actually a time a doctor did tell me to stop masturbating. That's God's honest truth. Like it was taking a little while longer for her to get pregnant. Nothing was wrong, but like it was like a couple months, and she's getting nervous, and she came home like from an appointment. She's like, "This is what the doctor said," and she said that you have to save yourself for me only. I was like, "What does that mean?" And she's like, "No."
But wait a
don't do
minute. So
that."
you were trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
But
Well, Charlie
you were
wasn't.
also, but she wasn't enough. You were just going off on the side too.
Nobody
and just
said I was doing it. She was just mentioning like you shouldn't do this. Not that I was. Not.
But
Maybe
were
I
you?
was probably. I mean, I don't know. How did this get on me jerking off? You brought it up.
You brought it up.
Originally brought up the
We're
masturbation
just doing a
topic.
little investigative reporting.
Mo literally cried. He was like, "Can't do this all the time, Jess." And I was like, "Listen, I don't need you to be aware or do anything. Just take your pants off, lay there. I got this."
Oh, wow.
Oh God. We could go on.
And it worked.
It did.
And we had ourselves a beautiful little girl. All right, Charlie. Well, this has been this day in history somehow. Charlie's history with dildos.
Yes. No, there was no dildo.
So,
Jerking off.
yeah,
there
pound
was
it back.
not a dildo.
Oh.
That was
Were you disappointed there was no dildo?
I don't know. I don't know where it would have gone if there was a dildo in there.
I can tell you where it's supposed to go.
Do you guys want to spin the wheel?
Well, no,
I gotta. We have to cap off. We have to
Oh,
cap off.
am I
We have to
jumping?
cap it off.
Let him chug.
This is Berkshire Brewing Company. Life on Martzen. Is it pronounced Martzen or Mirtzen?
I would probably say Mirtzen. Like,
What?
put a little
it
German on it.
That was good.
Mirtzen.
that
Really good.
was really
That was
good. You're
Way
like
better
the
than Al's Australian accent.
You like to cook on Benson.
So this is an Oktoberfest from Berkshire Brewing Company. It's 6.8% alcohol, which I feel like is a little bit higher ABV than a normal Oktoberfest or
yes.
Märzen. But cheers.
Märzen? I mean, I thought it was Marzen, but
I think it's Märzen.
Märzen.
Yeah, I feel like that's
That is so Charlie is. We're on the podcast right now, so Charlie's
Whoa.
chugging a beer. That was about
That
it.
was
He left-
so
He left
fast.
one
It was like a half
18
hour.
Probably
minutes
like a 12
plus the
cup,
rest
though.
of the beer. So,
here we go.
my God.
part 2.
It's a little cup. Why does Twisted
This is why you are
Fate?
Charlie's
Why does
sister right
Twisted
now.
Fate have extra large beers and small cups?
2
An
chugs,
extra
1
small
cup.
cup.
Sense.
Dave Panette, this is a question.
Logistical error.
Your glass is like 10 ounces. Your beer is a impressive 16.9 ounces.
It is.
But we can't, you need bigger glasses. Speaking of our sponsor, Twisted Fate Brewing, I am going to gladly open this. What does it say?
This says match made in heaven.
Match
it's
made
a
in
PB
heaven.
stout.
This is their peanut butter
Oh,
stout.
I had that when we were there.
Wait.
Oh no, wait, you had it and I tasted it. I had the coconut one.
That's
It
what she
was so
said.
good.
It is a delicious peanut butter stout. It is
From Twisted Fate.
from Twisted Fate. Yeah, I'll let you try this because obviously it doesn't fit in my glass.
Where is it? How's it line up to Gunner's Daughter?
It is close. Gunner's Daughter is like more.
Can
It's
I
a little
see the can?
creamier. It's a little creamier. This one is. Somebody called me out on the page when this was poured in the brewery, and so I know podcast people, you can't hear this, but on YouTube here you can see that is a perfect pour, 2-finger head. Plenty of it was Coleman crap.
Do we know the
taste
ABV on this?
It was
Yeah,
not on the can.
Scott, Dave, you've also got to put your ABVs on the cans. I mean,
Thought
he
it was-
cans these himself and does all the work. I mean, the guy works his ass off canning this stuff and making it in-house. So not all. Oh, there it is. It's right on the side.
Wow.
8.2.
That's not-
What is that right there? 8.22 or
It's more
9.8?
peanut
That's
buttery
not,
than
this is Salt and
Gunner's.
Stream. So
More.
Oh, yeah, that's
full,
right.
Oh yeah,
fuller,
no, it does
fuller
have
body.
ABV on it.
Yeah,
It does or does not?
Yeah.
it
No,
does.
it
Right
does.
there.
Where?
On
It
the
is,
side. It's in Shoppy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I
that's
missed
the
that.
8%.
8%.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a fuller body than Gunner's, which is like under 6%, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what 5
No,
and a
this
half.
is a badass beer.
it is really
Badass
good.
beer. So thank you
very
to Twisted Fate. We are happy to be part of the family and happy you are part of the family. Also, please do not forget to check out www.mobeer.beer for the ultimate New England beer tour. You can get yourself a list of over 600. I think we're at 604 New England breweries broken down by states. Go ahead, open them. Broken down by
Charlie
state
Cheez-Its.
or alphabetical, but please support your local independent brewers. It is now time, Jessica,
Da-na-na-na.
to play asshole.
There's one less person, so we all have.
Jessica, are you going to play this?
No,
right?
5%.
I
I'm
think
never
we
gonna
should.
play this.
Why?
Because this
You
this
are like
sucks.
my favorite partier.
sucks.
You're my
You're
favorite
supposed-
partier.
Like,
I don't want to chug.
You're such a cool girl.
My tummy hurts.
Oh, she has an ulcer. I'm old and I have an ulcer.
Well, anyway, I could do this. I
Really,
could
really
do
hope that
this.
I'm going to be able to noise reduce the dog in the background. This is going to be the worst podcast ever. I'm going to shut up. All right, so last time I was the asshole, and I had to chug most of a Natty Daddy. Before that, it was Al.
I'll listen. I'm just gonna add. I will play, but if it's chug, I'm gonna call. I can't do that. Is that lame? That's pretty
Yeah,
lame.
it's very lame,
I mean-
especially to say it ahead
So
of
it's
time.
either no
Can you
play
use a
or I
lifeline?
can play, but I can't chug right now.
All right, we will let you baby chug it, but you have
Like-
to drink it, whatever it is. You have to do it. So if you
Okay.
get a
Finish it
graveyard,
by
or if
the
you get
show.
the, I think it's a
That's a
steel
fair
reserve in there right
compromise.
now.
Yeah.
that's
You
a fair
still have to drink it.
compromise.
I don't want a Das Boot.
No, Das Boot you can have to drink.
No, is
You
that
just
on
can't. You
here?
don't. I mean, Das Boot's not a chug anyway.
All
It's
right.
a drink.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
All right. Well, then you can
We'll
take the
just
first
a gamble.
card.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Don't take that.
I like to get in the meat of the pile here. Ooh, I might be the asshole
Oh, I
this time.
hope so.
I don't have a
I'm
confident
taking 11
card.
cards, and I'm gonna
Well, I mean, with four
right from
people,
now.
I think I might not be. Statistics say
You
that
never
I'm not.
know.
Yes.
I think you got to. Oh, you got to.
Booyah! I got an ace.
How confident are you guys? Should we play Indian
Are we?
poker?
Yes.
What are we
Should we
doing?
play
Yes.
Indian poker?
Yeah, I can see all
Have
of
you already
guys.
looked?
I know what it is.
Oh,
But
then you
I
can't-
don't. but you guys haven't seen each other's cards.
All right.
No.
So
Yeah,
go ahead
but
and put it on your
Matt's
forehead.
looked. Matt's looked.
Do you want
So
me
he
to
knows
throw
I can
mine
tell
in?
you,
Do you want me to throw mine in
guys-
now?
He knows what his card is compared to me and Jess.
Oh, he does.
Do you want
Me
to
and Jess
throw
are the
mine
only
in?
people.
Oh,
Have you
gotcha.
seen your card?
I have.
Oh, then this doesn't
Then
work.
fuck it.
Sorry.
What do you got?
I didn't know.
5.
5.
Ah, I'm not the fucking asshole.
What do you got?
6.
I'm not either.
Oh, it's me.
Yay. All right, I'm going to spin it.
I wasn't confident about this.
All right, Matt. Here we go.
Matt.
I can't
The
see it.
wheel. Yeah,
I'm
Jess,
afraid I
can you
can't
get
see
down there so that Charlie can see it?
Oh, sorry.
The suspense is killing
Yeah.
me.
Trying
And
I want to act like a
and
football fan when I see this thing
Spin
spin.
this really, really hard. Like give this all of those muscles you've been working at the gym.
Like a
Come on, Vanna. Yeah, like hold
She's-
the top.
she-
There you
yeah,
go.
she's-
Hold the top.
Charlie's got it. There you
That's
go.
a good spin. That's a good spin.
Thank you. Way better than my first one.
Beer tortilla slap.
Oh, God.
Yes, finally, we get to do the. And here's the best thing about the tortilla slap:
Oh, yeah.
these tortillas have been sitting out here since
Oh,
week
so they're nice and
one.
crusty.
They're gonna.
But no.
They're gonna
explode.
No. Wait, are the
Mission
bro?
tortillas.
Those are still fresh.
These have been sitting out here during every type of weather.
Yeah,
cold,
but
wet.
they're vacuum sealed. I was afraid that we were gonna get a laceration
Freshness.
across the face.
Or just a moldy
All right,
tortilla.
so Jessica,
Yep.
we're going to take this one step further now to
Yeah.
see who gets to slap him with the
Okay.
tortilla. So basically, this
I
is the
gotta
deal.
put beer in my mouth.
You have to
and-
put beer in your
Oh,
mouth,
God.
and you're going to get slapped with
Give
a
me this
tortilla.
card.
If
So
you
highest,
spit it out,
highest card wins this one.
highest card wins. If you spit it out, you have to chug the rest of your beer.
Oh, okay.
If you, well, are those the rules? I don't know.
No, I
What do you
mean
want
I
the
don't.
rules to be? I don't even know. We can make up our rules.
I
Whoever
think
gets the
we should
highest
just
card.
all slap him with a fucking tortilla.
Why don't
I
we all
think that's
slap
a good
it?
idea.
that's
I
a
think we
better
should
We
version.
each get to
all
slap you with a tortilla.
Everybody
we-
gets to do a slap, and then
All
at
right.
the end of it, I gotta finish my beer.
Do we all have to have beer in our mouths?
No,
No,
he's the
just
only
That's
one.
how it,
It's
okay.
just me.
All right.
How? Where
I
are
also
we
gonna-
gonna line up
I'm gonna
do
take
this?
my glasses
Well,
off for this, so you
yeah,
guys
let's-
can really get
Let's
into
go
it.
right over to him. And you know what? These tortillas are hard to peel, so we're gonna double them up a little
come
bit.
on.
No.
Bro, you're gonna knock him out.
No.
You're gonna knock him out.
That's gonna
They
hurt
won't
his
peel apart.
face.
Peel apart.
Just
What?
peel.
Of course,
Just
they'll
do it
peel
All right.
slowly and gently.
That's what she said.
Take your
That's what
time.
she
All right,
said.
here. Here's a tortilla for
These,
you.
dude, these are nice tortillas.
The tortilla.
These
So
are
You
now
gotta
Spanish
leave
ones.
it loose,
They're
though.
good.
It's
I
hard.
would've-
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
leave
eat
it
this.
loose.
I'm gonna
You
make
can't
it
roll
fold
it
it
up.
up.
No,
Choose a
You
burrito.
can't
Fold it in
fold
half.
this thing up.
Every time I've seen a tortilla challenge, you fold them in half.
No, they do it.
They do it
open.
like Jess has
Charlie,
it.
I think
I've seen this.
I think
This
our
smells so-
our live viewers deserve to see this part. So
Yeah, let's.
I will
There's
hold
only
that.
two. There's only two remaining here. The most we got up to was 4.
oh wow, that was amazing. That's more than now we're not live anymore.
Yeah,
That's more than
Who
we
are the
normally
two
get.
watching?
Yeah.
Hi
more than we
guys.
normally get. We've
All
never
right.
gone live before.
So Jessica
Yeah.
and Matt, why don't you
Eating
guys
my
go ahead
tortilla.
right over there?
I took some
Yeah.
bites out of it to
I was gonna eat mine afterwards.
Again, it's been outside for a month.
They're so good though.
I'm gonna get my glasses off.
Put the
hat backwards.
All right.
Spinach tortillas or tomato tortillas?
These are spinach.
No, I know these are. but-
Oh, in general, spinach.
legally
Really?
blind without my
Yeah.
glasses.
Although I like them both.
Fill your cheeks.
All right, he's filling his cheeks,
All right. Ready?
and Jessica is
Cheeks
going to
don't look
smack
full.
him.
I'm backhanding this bitch.
Oh! Jesus Christ! He spit his beer out already.
No, I swallowed it.
Oh God, he's a swallower. He's a swallower.
Swallowed it?
All right,
During the slap?
No, after the slap.
All right, Charlie.
It's either coming out or going in.
Charlie has folded his tortilla. Charlie has folded the tortilla. That looks like it's gonna hurt. Oh, that wasn't even hard. Oh, twice?
Did I hit you in the eye?
He's
All right.
double tortilla fisted.
You swallowed again?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're doing a good job because you have not spit
He
anything out.
swallows a lot.
Which I prefer that you don't
Thank you.
spit out because that means it's at me.
smack though.
No,
you didn't.
It was just a tip.
Mine was
Just a
really
tip.
good.
All right, Jessica.
I think
There
I
you go.
left a mark.
Let's make sure that people can see.
All
I'm
right.
just going to reach. I'm
Are
gonna
you
do a reach
sure?
over.
If I spit it out, it's going all over your computer.
Oh, yeah, right. All right.
We gotta make sure the people can see too.
Make sure that the people can see. Charlie wants to go again.
I want to hit him so hard.
All right. All right. Ready? You folding? Ready? Can you see this? That's fucked up. All right. You ready? He gets 2 for flinching.
You
This is the
smack
part
your
that
man
hits.
boob.
Oh!
Oh!
That was really loud.
Matt, are you okay?
Oh my god, I feel horrible. We are never doing this again. We are never doing that again. Oh my
That clapped
God.
really hard.
Oh, do I have a red mark?
Did he just knock a tooth out?
Not here or here.
Did he just knock a tooth out?
Are you okay? Oh
I'm
my
fine.
God. That was horrible. I feel horrible. We're
Oh.
never doing that one again.
Kevin Gagney and Mark
Abusing
Sisson
a
and
minor
Corey Macon
on
and Skylar
beer,
are
both
Yeah,
watching.
you're next, Mark. You're next week.
We're gonna slap the shit
We're
out
gonna
of you,
slap
Mark.
the shit out of you with a spinach tortilla. The good news is it's over.
Yeah.
You don't have to chug a Natty Daddy or a Steel Reserve or a Graveyard or do the Dust Boots, and you don't have to do any of that stuff. And now we have to, try to do some fill and buy some time because
And we
Charlie
have
snuck out to
snacks.
take a piss. And we've got some. Are you eating that?
Yeah,
That has been out here for a month.
Charlie ate all of his.
He's eating his still fresh. Charlie's out back taking a piss in my smoker area, not like cigarette smoking, like where you smoke. I mean, it's a mess back there.
Do you
but,
guys want to see?
I hope the skunk doesn't get you. Charlie's gonna come back with skunk
Give me Charlie's
balls.
Cheez-Its. I was promised
Charlie's
pistachios and cashews, and there's no spread
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
you
I don't
really
remember
failed
that.
on the
I
snack
don't-
game
I-
down
It's
there.
not my job
There's
to feed
supposed
you
to be
guys.
snacks over here.
There's still some nuts over there. You want these nuts?
Jeez,
You want these nuts? Hey, Matt. What the hell's going on in the world of beer news?
Well, I mean, the first thing I can probably just redirect it right back to you. Grand opening of Mill 77
It
this past weekend.
Was
Take me to
epic.
it. How was it?
They were so.
It was so
Let's
good.
start with the big congratulations, Mill 77. They finally opened. I remember like 3 years seeing a crowdfunder or raiser or whatever the Kickstarter for
Yeah.
them on Facebook. Didn't know who they were, where they were going, anything like that. I didn't give them any money, but it took them a long time. There are
2
members.
years, he said. 2 years.
2 years, yeah. Alex is a member of Craft Beer Mafia. As soon as I walked up to get my beer, shook my hand. He was like, "Hey, I'm in the group," which I thought was really cool. I can't remember the brewer's name. Andrew, maybe. But all really cool people. The place is really cool. It's in an old mill, obviously. No parking. The only negative. Beers were bomb. Way too many kids, as usual with most breweries. This fucking kid playing little tiny Jenga behind us and not winning at all. Playing against himself, too, which was weird. But the beers were awesome. Mill 77 is going to be a big hit. Amesbury, Mass. Now with Beowulf. Beowulf and Cheez-Its here. Hey, Cheez-Its. Beowulf, Brewery Sylvaticus, Mill 77, and then there's another one opening on Main Street soon. So Amesbury is like Beverly North.
Yeah.
Mill 77 was badass.
It was
Good job,
awesome.
guys, at Mill 77. Congratulations.
Beautiful building, too.
Yeah,
I
definitely
loved
have to
it.
go check that one out.
And we saw fellow Craft Beer Mafia members, Stephen Bradley and Nastasia. I don't remember Nastasia's last name. Ferrari. They got around a lot this weekend. They were
I
with
would
Charlie.
say I
They were with
noticed
us. They were with somebody else.
So you guys were back to back. I don't know if that was
Nastasia
planned
did a
or what.
speed beefing.
They were at speed beefing. Yeah, where BP Hammers almost died.
I ate my tortilla into the bathtub.
Oh, whoa.
Holy
by
shit,
accident.
that's amazing.
Or it's a bra. Perfect. Love it.
This
Wanna
coming weekend, we got the Blackburn Brew Fest. I kind of want to roundtable this one. What is a brew fest?
It's a
Like, what
lot of
would you
little
define
beers.
a brew fest?
Lots and lots of little beers.
Yeah, I'm torn on Brewfests. Brewfests in general aren't worth the price of admission unless you are with a group of really good friends. So, like, if you were with like Jimmy and Sean and serial killer golf guy, and like you guys have a really good time.
Are you
And-
guys close with Brzakis?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it- yeah.
That's Jimmy's brother-in-law.
Yeah, he bailed on
Oh,
them
all right.
and moved to Connecticut or something like that. Like
Yeah.
a few years ago, we went with Joe Beer and Cider Dave and Abby and Jessica and myself, and we had a blast.
make it
But
that day.
in general, it is a lot of waiting for a 1 or 2 ounce beer, and
That's all it is mini pours?
mini pours that you just go table to table, and you don't really know what's happening. There's so many people there, and like we went to the one in Maine. I don't remember. It was for
That was fun, but it was cold, so
yeah.
we didn't last long. But it was good.
It's cold.
We discovered some good beers, and the food was
It's good for
and the-
discovering beers.
The
I'm just
music
torn on
was good.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't want a sip of beer. Like
No.
at least
But
give
you
me
get
like
a
8 or 10
lot of
ounces.
sips.
In
But if
general,
there's like 30 breweries
Yeah.
there, like they're not all going to give out full beers.
No, that's
You
understandable.
gotta wait in
definitely
line.
oh
cut-
yeah, and the weird thing is you get hammered because you're pounding
yeah.
2-ounce beers constantly. That cup over there is a cup that you get at a brew fest.
Yeah.
But you do get, I mean, you definitely got a strong buzz, if not more, after you leave them. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot of work for it's like I hate flights, and I hate people who get flights
What?
because they
Stop it.
I know. It's
here
a
we go.
weird thing.
So I'm pissing you off a lot today, and I'm sorry.
Cold takes. And well, no, I mean,
It's not a cold take just because you
That's a
say
hot
so.
take.
I hate
It's
flights.
a hot
It's a cold take.
It is not a cold take. There's 2 reasons I hate flights. One is because of the all the Ashleys in front of me that order flights, and now I can't order my beer because it's taking the poor bartender has to pour 17 of
The
these
bartender is the
4
only person that
flights
should hate
apiece.
flights.
Bartender, yeah,
Is
they
the
should
only
hate flights.
person that should
So
hate
you're
flights.
fucking up the bartender, and you're fucking up the person waiting for their beers. And then when you do get flights, it's like maybe a 3-ounce pour, and you get like just a little bit of everything. I just want to drink
Flights
beers.
at a brewery though, like if you get like if they're 6-ounce pours and you get like 4 of them, you get 24 ounces of beer, like in little samples, or 4-ounce pours, and you get 5 of them. That's great.
Why can't I just get 4 16-ounce pours?
Well, some people can't handle
Well,
that.
there,
Yeah.
are
Some
places,
people can't.
there are places
But
like
I can.
There are places like Treehouse that won't let you get 4 16-ounce
that.
pours.
So true.
That is
Hated
true.
That.
But
That
they
was
do
so
flights?
stupid.
I don't know. I've never been.
That's
I
a
don't know
good
who
question.
Treehouse
for
is.
serial
I don't
killer
think
Chris.
I
think they
saw
do.
flights
There.
as
You don't
an
think they do
option.
flights?
I don't think they do flights. I'm just trying to think about it. I've never seen anybody at Treehouse with a flight.
They tell you to come in.
I think
choose.
flights are great for breweries because you get what's worse than a person that orders a flight is a person that asks for a fucking sample of every
everything.
fucking
Yeah,
beer
samples.
before they
Oh,
order
yeah.
a beer.
Yeah, yeah,
Because then
yeah.
they're just making their own flight and not paying for it. And fuck
Right.
you. Like, order a flight. This is the point of a flight. You get
One
to taste all
sample
of them.
per drink per person. So if you've already had a drink, you can get 1 sample before you get something. And
Can
then
I
between
sample a
drinks, you get one more
margarita?
sample.
Can I sample your margarita first? Can I sample a martini before you make me a fucking full one? No.
But beer's different because you're just pouring it
No,
out of
it's
the tap. And if you're just giving a
Right
1
right now, you're pouring it out of a tap. It
I
took
will say
weeks
this.
to make. It takes 90 seconds to make a martini.
So
It takes weeks to make a beer.
definitely.
Just not in front of you.
But 1 ounce of beer or a half. I
No.
get what you're saying. That
No,
makes
fuck you.
sense. That definitely makes sense. You say fuck me. I was saying.
No,
makes
not
sense.
fuck you. Fuck the
Oh.
person that asked for that. Fuck you too, but the
makes
person
sense.
that orders the samples, they suck.
Okay. Well, they
You
suck for
disagree?
getting flights too. And I will say this: I went to Apothecary last week, Apothecary Brewing
Ted's
in
great.
Reading, and Ted, the bartender at
Langevin,
Apothecary, is
the man.
it's probably the best bartender on the planet.
I got him
He's
on the page. by the way.
phenomenal. And
What crap.
what Ted does is he greets everybody with a sample and with knowledge too. And everybody gets a different sample when he greets them too. It's almost like he measured you up when you came in the door, and then he tells you, it's like, hey, good to see you, and this is this is what we're brewing right now, and that's the way to do it because almost everybody is going to go with the sample they just gave.
Yeah.
What
It
if you
gives
walk in and Ted gives you a sample of White Claw seltzer? What is he judging you?
Ted would never do that.
This is a segue into another portion of the.
Ted would never ever. He wouldn't. He just wouldn't.
I met Ted probably about a year ago when I was in there. I don't know. Yeah, and we started shooting the shit. It was right before I was going to Austin. He gave me he wrote on a napkin like a long list of shit to
He
do
gave
in
you his
Austin.
number?
He gave no.
Oh, that's what I thought. That's
I
what people did on
gave him. I
napkins.
practically gave him my number, and I told him I gave him fucking Craft Beer
Oh,
Mafias.
yeah.
I got him on. I got him on the page, which was cool, and then obviously Matt Smith created a relationship with them and brewed a beer with them, and now they seem to be a pretty.
Doing a brew
integral
fest
part.
together.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah,
That building's been tough over there in North Reading. There's been a lot of things in it.
has there?
Really?
Yeah, in the last couple of years, Great American Tavern, the Mexican place, which the food at the Mexican place was great. Best nachos I've ever had in my life, hands down. And the nachos are off the menu. And I know the chef over there. I worked with him at Chili's in 2010, and he's good.
You're giving a lot of personal information away. on
How
the
so?
podcast.
Personal.
I mean, now people know that you work at Chili's. They know that you masturbate. There's just a lot of things about you personally that I'm not
those are
sure that
two-
in
those
episode 3 we want to give away.
Mo, those are two things we have in common. Our relationship is stronger now.
Yeah, we used to masturbate together.
No, we didn't.
Whoa.
Yeah, right.
now you know what the case is,
Did we?
That got weird.
All right, well,
Oh, shit, look at that. That's
Oh.
Alrighty then.
No,
Alright.
the queso at Chili's was brown.
I mean, not all the same colors.
No, we all have that in common.
I think this is as good a moment as any to go to Jessica's ditzy blonde moment. So last week, so really since our daughter went to college, we both just been drunk. Just like every day. In fact, Ferg reached out to me today and he's like, hey, you're going to come out on Wednesday to go to the release of the North Shore Beef's channel marker beer. And I'll talk about that in a second too. And I was like, dude, I have literally drank every single day for like 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? And I can't see any relief in sight. And then, I was like, well, I'll just do it.
Yeah,
I'll see you there. I'll be there. But Jessica has also been just drunk the whole time. And you would think that would lead to more intimacy, but she's still waiting for my 6 inches of.
I thought that was like an
Average
instantaneous thing.
No, I have to,
When
I
you
have to
read
click
the
link.
email, you don't just get it.
You gotta go to
I
like
have to click the link
Zimbabwe.
first, and as soon as I
Oh,
click
you
the
have to
link,
go
it's
to
gonna grow.
Africa?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I thought
think
just
you
click the
gotta
link,
go.
and I give my social security number, and all of a sudden it goes.
I thought you had to go there.
Yeah, and then it becomes like a twisted fake can. It's bigger
You
than
get the
everybody
extra
else's.
0.9.
Yeah. So this is Jessica's ditzy blonde moments.
So I'm just known for this. This is just my thing. I think I'm an intelligent person when it comes to like 3 things, and then the rest of my life is just really just holding on and getting through as best I can. So I was like, yeah, let's do this segment where I just talk about all my awesome moron moments in my life because they seriously happen every single day. So today's all right, I can't do this. I'm out.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Nope, now that image is in my head and I feel a little sick. Anyway, so
little sick.
I feel a little sick. So a while back, I was working and I was hungry. It was like lunchtime. I was on the road and I'm like, I'm gonna stop and get something. And I'd never been to a Subway sub shop before. I've always gone to just like the mom and pops or the pizza houses or whatever. And Subway, I think, was kind of new, or maybe I'm oblivious to it, but it was my first time at a Subway.
How long ago was this?
Kids were little.
It's like
A while ago.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
No, the kids. We had kids. So it was
Us.
early 2000s. Yeah. So anyway.
I had a kid born in 97.
I go in, and I'm the only person in the restaurant, and I walk up, and I said, I want a sub. And the guy goes, great, what size?
You and everyone else.
I want the biggest sub you've got. Anyway, he goes, what size? I go, well, what do you got? He goes, we have a foot long. And then we have a half of a foot long. And I go, oh, well, like what size foot?
What size foot?
And he looks
Why
at
are
me.
we going down this path again?
Oh, you just got Charlie excited.
Sorry, Charlie, it wasn't even planned. And he looks at me funny. I'm like looking at him funny, and I'm kind of getting an attitude. I was like, "What's this guy's problem right now?" I was like what size foot? Like my foot is a 6. Your foot's probably much bigger. Am I getting a 6 foot, or am I getting a size 10?
Yes, your foot is at least an 8
Am I getting? It's 6
out of 10.
Charlie
tiny.
knows.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Charlie blew up a picture.
Oh, boy.
yeah. So is it a size 6? Is it a size 10? Like how big is this foot long? He goes 12 inches. 1 foot. And I go, oh, that foot.
One man's foot. It's not my foot.
That's a big foot. No. Oh, that foot. And I go, I'll have that. That sounds great. And then he goes, I don't even want to ask you what kind of bread. And I go, just pick for me. Just
What's your
pick for
go-to
me.
at Subway? Because I like,
Urban cheese.
what is it?
Italian herbs and cheese.
It's
The
like
Bread. That's the bread.
For the bread?
Yeah, that
for
bread's
the bread.
amazing.
It's
the only
your
bread.
choice.
I go spicy Italian.
Not a bad choice. What happened to the $5 footlong?
It's only, I think it's only like by month now.
Fucking Biden.
Like
Now it's $8 because of Biden.
Well, the yoga mats that they put in the bread are made of mostly oil, and the price of oil's gone up. So, Italian BMT.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I go straight ham and cheese.
Everyone used to do
Italian.
what's this the sweet onion chicken?
The sweet onion chicken
Oh,
teriyaki.
yeah, that one was like
I
the
actually, you know, it's funny. I actually, my first job ever was at a Subway. I worked at the Subway in Plastow.
Did you know Jared?
Did I ask you what size foot?
No.
Oh.
No, I just used to
Plot
get
twist, it
really
was Matt.
stoned
It was
after
Matt.
baseball practice, and I'd bring the whole team there, and
You
we
did
just
know Jared.
raid all the food, and we would just eat
How
whatever
old were
we
you?
wanted. I was 16.
Yeah, Jared loved you.
Oh my God, Mo.
This,
Fact, not opinion. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll move on. It's all right. It's all right. So, yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, or last week in our broadcast, we were all like, "Oh no, an hour and 22 minutes into a podcast." But this has been a damn good podcast, and we still got stuff to talk about. But I'm going to skip to, and maybe we get the other stuff in, but I'm going to skip to our top 5, which is actually really a bottom 5 because this is a continuation of our last broadcast. And that was when we were talking about the worst beers of all time. And if we really look at it, it's actually really the worst commercial beers because there's way too many independent craft breweries and everybody makes mistakes. Almost everybody has a bad beer, even if you are a banging brewery. It doesn't matter who it is. Like Charlie's saying right now that Cutting Tile sucks. I thought that was on your top
nobody's
Mount
I didn't
Rushmore.
say that.
Apparently Charlie now hates
Just donating
Cutting
the
Tiles.
last 2 ounces to you.
Oh,
Prick,
excuse
give
me
it
one
back.
moment.
Give me it back.
Out of the
You're gonna
can.
puss out of that like the Natty Daddy.
That was delicious. That's delicious. Cutting Tiles is not one of the worst beers, but so what we did was we put it to the Craft Beer Mafia, and we got a lot of votes, much to Charlie's chagrin. And so some of the beers that were on here, mostly commercial beers, but we had beers like Red Stripe and Heineken and Narragansett, Lowenbrow, Labatt, Steel Reserve, Red Dog, Old English. We had like Coors Banquets. We had Bud Light Orange and Bud Light Clamato. Remember that crap? We had a lot.
It's still around.
Is it still? How?
Clamato, yeah. It's
People
gross.
buy it. That means.
Well,
Gross.
maybe.
That's all I have
must.
to say about that. Schlitz and Colt 45, which we
Colt 45.
went in depth with last week with Billy D. Williams, who was a special guest star with us last week. So who had the Colt 45 story?
That was 2 weeks ago. That was
Your wife?
Jess's
My
story.
wife. Oh, that's right. That's
The
when
David
guys-
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff made
Yeah.
love to her on the beach.
Right.
No, I never
then
got
there
was a
that
lot of
far.
blood
Pamela Anderson
involved.
threw a rock at her
Pamela
face.
Anderson threw a rock at
I was
her,
a
and
swimmer.
then
I was an
Yasmin
Olympic
Bleeth
swimmer.
was like, "I'm with your husband though, so everything's fine. We're switching."
Okay.
But it has come down. So it didn't come down to a bottom 5. It basically came down to like a bottom 8 because there were some ties. So you guys let me know if you agree or disagree with the final tally from the Craft Beer Mafia
Can't
here.
wait for
So
this. A lot of wasted votes.
Charlie's famous line.
I'm just saying I
So
called
at
it.
number 5, coming in 5th place, was Coors Lights, which shocked me, actually. I don't like Coors Light. I don't like any light beers.
So this is saying that there's only 4 beers
No, there's more because
that are worse than Coors Light.
well, I went with ties, so there's a few more because I wanted to expand it a
But
little
even
bit.
if say
But
came in
yeah,
10,
there's only a few.
only 10 beers that are worse than Coors
Yeah.
Light on the planet.
That's what the Mafia says. I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I mean, I agree that Coors Light is a shitty beer. It's a horrible beer. It's the worst of the light beers. Well, there's one that's coming up that's worse. There's actually 2 that's coming up. There's 3. Okay.
What are they? Whoa.
So
How bad is it?
Hey! So it would appear that our mantra, the MOBEER slogan that light beers are for pussies, is pretty true because the Craft Beer Mafia, who are a bunch of posers too. We've got Anarchy Sunday with people chugging Miller Lights and Coors Lights and milk.
When do we
Mimosa.
fire for that?
Mimosas and shit like that, which it ended yesterday. I mean, I called an end to it. I'm sure
It
it'll
still
go on.
happened after you
it
called
lives
it
on.
into it, too.
But so yeah, number 5 is Coors Light. Number 4 is a tie between Heineken, which absolutely makes sense. Any green bottle beer is a horrible beer, and Mick Ultra, which is the
Both should be below Coors Light.
both should be below Coors Light, below like as in better than
Worse.
or-
Worse
Oh, they're
than.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mick Ultra, Jessica every time Jessica and I go out, we judge people that drink Mick Ultra.
I thought you wanted
Yeah.
to skip that section.
Oh, I'm not saying we're going to skip it. I'm just saying we judge them. We absolutely do it. So
What
this
does
will-
your beer say about you?
we will get into that. Number 3, Keystone Light tied with Natty Ice.
Natural ice.
Natty Ice. So we got an ice beer up there, which makes sense because
Isn't there a Keystone Ice too? Am I crazy?
There was a Bud Ice at one point.
I remember
was-
Bud
was a
Ice,
Molson Ice.
Molson Ice.
there was the ice beer.
All of them were
fad.
5.9% alcohol, which is like stupid because they're like, oh, we're higher ABV. And now look at the ABVs.
They were so proud of themselves.
5.9.
They're like, yeah, Bud Heavies are 4.8, but if you get Bud Ice, you're gonna be hammered
Heavies
at
are
5.9.
I remember when
Bud Heavies
Bud
are
Light
5.0.
Platinums came out.
6%.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh man, you want that high test Bud Light?"
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I drank a 6-pack of one of those while I was living in Salem, Mass before I went out one night, and boy, did my head hurt the next day.
because it's not beer.
No, yeah, not because of the
Yeah.
alcohol content. Like,
No.
like it was just garbage.
Yep.
Like just poison.
Number
what do
2.
we call it? So number 2, not surprisingly for me, I don't even know if this is what I drank last week, but Natty Light. So Natty makes 2. They have 2 of the top 5. Natty Light is number 2. And the number 1 beer, the number 1 worst beer of all time, by an overwhelming margin, is exactly what we almost all predicted last week. Rolling Rock.
This is bullshit. This is absolute fucking bullshit. You're gonna like absolute fucking bullshit. You're gonna tell me Colt 45 is better than Rolling Rock?
Yes.
Narragansett is better than Rolling
Colt
Rock.
45
Yes.
is better than all the beers that we just listed. Apparently,
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even in the
It gets
like.
you wasted when you're 14.
This is not the.
I think it was because of the amount of people that hadn't experienced the 40 lifestyle, like getting a King Cobra or getting a Colt 45.
I don't understand why. Like I genuinely don't understand it.
It's a terrible beer. So
It's-
first of
yeah,
all, everybody
so
knows
are
about
all of
lights
those.
and green bottles, and it's just a skunk beer like Heineken, but it's worse than Heineken. It's just a really, really bad beer. And to Matt's point, yeah, I think most people. There's a lot of beers on here like Court 45 and like Schlitz and PBR. PBR was like 7th. I can tell you from experience today that PBR should be number 1. Like there's just
The
a lot of
worst beer
beers
ever.
that none of these people have ever had. Lowenbrow, Labatt's. They like
I'm glad to
Labatt's
see
is
the
bad.
High Life didn't make to
Labatt's
to
is
that
really
list.
highlight the champagne of beers. Why would that
High Life
make
and
it?
Rolling Rock are almost the same beer.
I used to drink High Life all the time. As soon as I turned 21, it was the cheapest beer that I
Yep.
could buy. It was either Rolling Rock or High Life. I
Yep.
wanted the High Life. I wanted to feel fancy.
Yep.
So I used to buy the High Life. And
High Life was the first beer I ever provided for my dad when he came over to a place that I lived when I was 21. I had High Lifes in the fridge, and he was helping me move, and him and my uncle, we cracked the High Life. He said, "This is the first beer you ever bought me." I said, "You're welcome."
Having the champagne of beers.
Mhm.
You're a good son.
Champagne.
I don't know about that. I'm all right.
You know what doesn't shock me is that Coors Banquets only got 1 vote, and that is all Johnny Lawrence. He has made Coors Banquets cool again. And
But you still can't find them.
No,
Yeah.
you really can't. I mean, Johnny does somehow. I don't know. Maybe they were in
He does.
in
They're
like
at
in a
every bar he
warehouse
goes
at
to.
some. Yeah, absolutely. But he's still. I mean, he said it in the season opener of season 3. Light beers are for
Light
pussies.
beers are for pussies.
In a drunken moment. But that is the top 5 or bottom 5 worst beers of all time. I would say it's pretty accurate for people who know what those beers are.
It's not accurate.
I looked so another subject for another time. I know there's a picture on your Facebook history of you drinking a Rolling Rock, and I wanted to find it
I'm
so
adamant,
badly.
like that's fine. Like I'm telling people I
He's
drank
telling you
Rolling
he
Rock.
enjoys
I
it.
like. I don't hate
but
it.
this is your opportunity to stop.
It's like your
I will never
intervention.
stop.
I will never stop.
Tastes like skunk ass.
It doesn't.
Yeah, we had a
Sorry,
skunk in
Charlie.
the
Let's
yard
go get the
today,
skunk.
and I was
I
like,
think you're
"Wow,
the
are you
greatest
the one
ever,
that makes Rolling Rock?"
You didn't say
Yeah.
And the
that.
skunk was like,
You didn't say that.
"Does that skunk say? What does the skunk say?"
I don't know. It didn't make
What
any
does the fox
noise.
say?
Just skunks,
Skunks
skunks don't talk, Mo.
Yeah, Mo.
All
Nor
right.
do they have opinions about beer.
So
Do
weird.
we want to talk about this, or do we want to move on, or do we want to close this thing out
Talk about what?
about
What beer
about
say?
judging people and
How long? How deep are we?
oh,
I
we're
was gonna say-
114.
An hour and 14?
Yeah.
An hour and 15.
What's happening next week?
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, then,
Save it.
yeah, we're gonna close this thing out because this was a damn good episode of Mo Beer Cold Takes.
I had fun.
And I mean, is it Al?
No.
No.
It's not Al?
No.
Is what Al?
We need Al's
Did we have a good episode because Al
stories.
wasn't here?
I think it's just a spontaneous, like it was the spontaneity of it.
I don't think
It
the
was just a
episode
good
was that
agenda.
good. With,
Yeah. It
with the
was
Rolling Rock
Yeah.
verdict, I don't think the episode was that good.
Charlie's so mad.
Charlie was here, and then the Rolling Rock thing
Yeah.
happened, and now he's down here.
Yep.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's
you
Angrily
gonna
picking
show up
Cheez-Its
next
out of my
week?
teeth right
we are
now.
not.
Next week, Rolling Rock sponsoring us.
Yeah, I'll fucking take it. Whatever. Sellouts.
Their bottles are much smaller than Twisted Fate's cans.
Sure are. 4.9 ounces.
All right.
They answered
So
the
what
email.
are we talking about next week, there, Matt? Who always says he's not going to be on the next episode, but yet he shows up.
Yeah, so I'm here. I mean, next week I'm not going to be here, so I'm
That's
sure,
for
there's,
real,
I'm sure
yeah.
there's a lot of things that
We've
are going to
heard
happen
that
without
before.
me.
Oh, God, my wife's
I know.
alive.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh wait,
He
hold on.
definitely
This is
doesn't
this
know.
is way more
We
entertaining.
haven't
than what
talked
I'm
about
talking
us
about.
trying to get pregnant or me jerking off.
No.
I swear.
Or Jessica's feet, or her shoe size.
Bye.
Does,
Lindsay.
does Lindsay have any questions? Lindsay, do you have any questions about what is your shoe size?
6.5.
Says she likes to watch.
Sure does.
Sorry, all right.
Okay. Back to Matt.
So next week, do we have a new sponsor?
No, Twisted Fate is sticking with us next week. We're open.
I thought we were going to have
sponsors,
Boston
though.
Sports Club since we all kind of need to get in shape.
You will me my obese
I
wife
was say
does.
Jessica's doctor
I'm-
said it.
Yeah.
We were talking about it before the show.
According to some
about-
1940s statistic, I need to lose 30 pounds. So, yeah, I'm in. Let's do that.
I think
Yeah, we'll be sponsored by Moby Dick Brewing. It's a real brewery, actually.
Is it really?
In New England, yes. Moby Dick Brewing.
Oh well,
It's on Cape Cod.
didn't know that. And
Oh!
Al's here.
Hey, hold up. Let's.
Oh, the mayor is checking
There's an
in.
option here. Send invite.
The mayor
We
is
can get
checking
Al
in.
in on it.
Bring them on video. Come on.
This is
This is what's happening
especially
next
for
week,
the
by
people
the
who are
way.
listening
This
to
is
the podcast.
seeing into the future.
Where's
Al,
Al?
Mayor.
is now part of the podcast.
Hey!
Unfortunately, we're closing things up.
Oh, hold on. I can't hear.
Put it near your. We're gonna turn the phone up.
That's all the way up.
Put it near the microphone.
That's what he
Hell, I
said.
can't hear you.
Yeah, what's even better
Oh,
is
he's
for
just
all the people
waving
that are
now.
watching live is they just saw the inside of Charlie's ear.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, take us home for the
Sorry,
fourth
Matt.
time.
Sorry,
Love
Matt.
you,
Go,
Al.
go, go.
Wish you could be here. Bye,
Yeah.
buddy.
I mean, that's pretty much all I have.
All right. Well,
North Shore
thanks for
Beef.
working not at all on
Yeah,
that.
North Shore Beef's 3.0. That's a real thing.
Oh.
That's actually happening.
So
let me just mention that real quick.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I have to apologize to Channel Marker and to Andy Ferg, who is the chief beef. Last week we did our Mount Rushmore of beers, and I mentioned the four that I love. However, at some point in my reviews on the Craft Beer Mafia or on MOBEER, I mentioned that I thought that the North Shore Beef beer was even better than Melody Maker. Sorry, Matt Smith. And it's either there or it's bad. I love that beer. And to
Me.
Charlie's point, I was thinking beers that have been out for a long time, or at least several brews. So for that reason, I have to bump whatever my fourth beer was on that. I don't really remember. And add
gross.
North Shore Beef, which
Oh my God, I'm out of here.
North Shore Beef's beer being released on Wednesday of this week. If you can be at Channel Marker and join us all, we will have a beer with you. We're not buying it, you're buying it for us.
Yep.
Bingo.
So
Yeah.
thank you, Twisted Fate, for all of these
Thank you.
extra large beers here. I mean, so look at this. This is like, Charlie, This is like Matt.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest this year is
Clearly,
actually
Charlie
great,
hasn't
by the
clicked
way.
the
You're
email.
not
It's
wrong.
very good.
It's very good.
Charlie
Charlie,
didn't click
click
the email.
email.
I'm the one who
You
sent
gotta
it.
forward
bigger
it.
can.
I'm the one who
Email.
sent it to Mo. I sent Mo the email.
It is but yes, thank you for your big cans, Dave, and Twisted Fate. Thank you to all of our listeners. We appreciate all of you. Thank you to the Craft Beer Mafia, to MOBEER, to Charlie Chuggs,
Charlie
to
Cheez-Its.
Matt, the moderator Mondello, to my beautiful wife Jessica, and we will see you with Mark, the Sergeant at Arms Sisson, on next week's episode. We out.
See ya.
See ya.